what evolution is all about. 5 main points. First one is there's no evidence for God. Okay? Second, there's no life after death. Third, there's no ultimate foundation for right and wrong. Fourth, there's no definite meaning for life. And fifth, people don't really have free will. Let me say this again. So there's no evidence of God. There's no evidence for God. There's no life after death. So, those hopeful sayings that we all say about, in funerals, that we'll see them later in the next life, in heaven, throw that idea out the window if you are going to believe in evolution. Because there's no such thing as life after death. But it doesn't end there. There's no foundation for right and wrong. There's no ultimate foundation for right and wrong. So basically, I can go and do whatever I want. No matter, I can go kill somebody, I can go steal something, all these things, there's no ultimate foundation for right and wrong. There's no morals. You can't tell me that it's wrong. Because if I believe in evolution, according to evolution. And also, there's no ultimate meaning for life. So, I've never heard anyone say, one day I realized that there was no God, no one behind reality, and that I'm random chance, and all these things, and has changed my life. Knowing all these things have changed my life, I've never heard that before. Or somebody I used to be addicted to alcohol, and then, I used to be addicted to alcohol, but the law of natural selection has made me free from it. Or what about, I used to be greedy, but the idea of the survival of the species has made me unselfish. Or what about, I used to be afraid, but random chance has made me brave. I've never heard anyone say or give testimonies about how believing in evolution has changed their life for the better. And I've never heard anyone find a meaningful life in a meaningless reality. Next, and the last point, people don't really have free will. So basically, communism is okay. Us voting in U.S., that's not even that's out of the question. And what about, hypnotism? That's fine too. You don't have free will. And according to William Provine, he doesn't either. So all these things, or these 5 points, are the truths of evolution. But do we really believe it? If we did, we'd all be in jail. Or I guess there'd be no jail. But really, is this what we stand for? And last point that I said, people don't really have free will. You know why? Because individual person doesn't matter. And as I've mentioned already, a quote by John Ortberg, here's another one. The survival of the species cannot mean much if the survival of individuals is meaningless. I don't see how it's possible to find a meaningful life in a meaningless universe. The only purpose of life, the only purpose worthy of life is bigger than life itself. So, wow. All these points that William Provine says, and the 2 stories. The 2 stories that we've looked at, the 2 choices. Now, let's have a little interview with both of them. Creation and evolution. So, I have the mic. When there's an identity crisis, we ask 3 big questions in life. We ask, who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going? Everyone asks these questions because they want to know about their present, future, and past. What do you say, evolution? And I hand the mic over to evolution. And the answer he would probably give me is, why are you even asking these questions? You're only carbon and water. Your only purpose is survival. Other than, if there is any purpose, it's survival. And you really aren't going to go anywhere other than where you came from, which is carbon and water. And so I say, thank you very much. Now we would like to listen from creation. Creation says, simple. You are created by God in the image of God. And if you choose, you can live with God for eternity. That short statement answers the questions that I have. Who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going? Really, we ask those questions many times. And as creation said, you have the choice. We all have the choice. Sometimes people think, oh, it's something, we don't have a choice in what we believe. No, you do. You do have a choice. It's between these two wolves. And it's between these two choices. But you know what? Whichever one you feed will influence your identity.